5 dickholes have nothing better to do than circle jerk and talk about fantasy drafts. We have the movie drafts on Comic Relief After Hours.
Thank you to Josh for that beautiful intro. Hey guys, what is going on? We are back. This time we're doing something a little different. We decided, I got 5 of my buddies together, well, 3 buddies and Josh. We got together to do a fantasy film draft. And the way this worked was a lot like a football draft. We all decided, we picked a drafting order, and then we compiled 52 big blockbuster movies this year.
Oh, not big.
Well, movies with worldwide releases, and then we stop talking over me before I introduce you.
How long is that?
You guys
That
are
was 2
dicks.
minutes. 2 minutes.
Yeah,
2 minutes.
We didn't. No, 48 seconds.
Oh, Jesus.
So yeah. Anyway, no. So what we did was we got together. We had 52 movies to draft from, and we all got 8 picks, so 8 rounds. And we're going to tell you what our picks are. We're going to make fun of Josh's and James's list, while the other 3 are just rocking hard. With me is, as always, this guy Josh.
What?
Just say something. Yeah, just say hello to the people listening.
Hello.
All 48 people who will listen. All right, and we got Kyle Dunn. You might recognize him if you listen to the James Eversole Jr. movie podcast.
Thank you for having me. You had me at fantasy, so I was in. Let's do this.
Yeah, he's also a furry. The kind of fantasy that we were talking about was not up his alley, but he caught on quick. A newcomer you guys have not heard yet. His name is Dallas. Yes, he's named after the shitty football team. Say hello.
Hello, that is also true. I can't argue it after this past season. I can't do it.
Yeah, we're not calling him Zeke.
Was you really named after?
Yeah.
We'll discuss it later.
Really?
And then
Later.
And then you guys may know him as a local celebrity here in Richmond, soon to be worldwide celebrity. He got his wisdom teeth pulled, and the next thing you know, he is going to the Deadpool 2 premiere, invited personally by Ryan Reynolds himself. Say hello to James Eversole Jr.
Hey, what's up, guys? Thanks for having me again. I was told Josh was going to be wearing pants this time.
Did you ever go home and bang your wife? Are you still waiting on that one?
Guys, if you...
That's the real question everyone wants to know.
Trying to be professional here.
Good luck.
Trying.
I'm trying. And
My
guys,
job is to keep you...
It's going to be total debauchery later. Let's just
My
try
job
and make
is
sure...
to keep you at 48 listeners. Just a solid 48 listeners.
We just lost.
No more,
They're at
no
49.
less.
47.
We went down to 47. Okay.
Oh, okay.
And guys, I did want to let you guys know that James actually has his own new podcast up called James Eversole Jr. Movie Podcast. You guys can check that out in the link below. Check out his channel. Give his things a like, subscribe, give it a listen, share stuff. Got some good material on there, but we're not going to focus that on that today because I have significantly more subscribers. Sorry, James.
He just gained like 47 subscribers. Dude,
pushing your
you
whole
are
market.
so famous
your
right
whole market.
now.
I'm taking pot shots at everybody. You are all my enemies. So anyway, so we here's how we're gonna break it down. This film draft, what we did was we based our drafting choices on 2 different criteria. The first was we're going to take all 8 movies that we drafted and add up their total box office worldwide numbers and see who got the most. And then the other thing that we were playing on, we got to play the game a little bit. So we're also playing on what's going to have the best Rotten Tomatoes critic score, not audience score, critic score. And we're going to average that out, see who's got the best Rotten Tomatoes average. And we're going to go from there. And at the end of the year, we will let you guys know who the winner was. We all got $5 riding on this, and maybe a couple side bets that you can hear about later.
Yeah.
But all right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna talk about our drafts in the order in which we drafted it. So the draft order was Dallas. The one guy, this guy was my 3rd stringer to bring in to be part of the
And
draft.
I'm going to win the whole thing.
Yeah, and he gets first draft pick. Then I got 2nd. James got the 3rd pick. Josh was 4th. And Kyle was bringing in the rear.
In the rear with the gear, man.
Yeah. So we're just going to go in order. Dallas, take it away. What was your surprise first order draft pick that nobody could guess?
Shocker.
We don't even need to discuss it. It's obvious.
Just announce it. You picked Aquaman first.
Of course. Obviously, that's a safe bet first.
Absolutely, dude.
Obviously.
Guaranteed to make $2 billion worldwide.
Fish dick
3.
was popular this year.
Three.
Oh,
so
yeah.
he was banking on that.
That's
true.
Shape of
I was
water,
banking
yeah.
on that Momoa.
And plus, he was hoping Momoa was going to beat Amber Heard. So
Well, that's going to
Get
bring
in
in the
line.
audience there. That's where the real pull-in is. But real first pick was Avengers Infinity War.
surprise. Yeah.
Big surprise there.
Let's just say nobody in this room was surprised to see Dallas take Avengers Infinity War away from all of us.
Oh, I was surprised. I came in thinking I was getting goosebumps first. And I kept trying to joke with you guys, take it, but I was really wanting it. And I missed out on it.
That's too bad. But anyway, yeah, Avengers: Infinity War. There's no denying this movie is going to be just a monetary juggernaut. Anybody have anything to say about Infinity War?
Fuck you, Dallas.
Fuck you, Dallas.
Fuck you.
Thanos isn't pink.
That's coming from a DC fan, by the way. Okay, so then I got second pick. Surprise, surprise. My pick is actually coming up first.
I had a question for Dallas.
What is your question?
What made you pick Avengers: Infinity War?
Box office.
All right.
Oh, box office,
$1
not Rotten
billion.
Tomatoes score. Not really the best of both worlds.
No, box office.
What are you anticipating its Rotten Tomatoes score to be?
First one was 92, second was 75. I'm guessing 95. I'm going higher.
Ooh.
Does that
Come on,
75 have you worried?
No.
Well, okay.
Been waiting 10 years
Why?
for it. I don't think they'll mess
Here's
it
what
up.
you should have been looking at. What are the Russo brothers in the MCU? What are their Rotten Tomatoes scores? Because they are the directors of Infinity War.
Exactly. I don't need any more than that.
Yeah, I mean they're both.
Winter Soldier,
I'm pretty sure they're
arguably-
both high 80s.
Oh,
yeah,
Winter
so
Soldier, arguably best Marvel movie.
it is
So,
arguable.
you-
I mean, I wouldn't even debate it that bad.
So, safe bet there.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so I'm gonna go with me. Black Panther was my first round draft pick. I think this thing's gonna be a huge juggernaut. Of course, there's now because of the 4-day weekend that we've got coming up. I forget what Monday is, like President's Day or some shit.
Who fucking knows?
Yeah, I know.
It's always something.
I've lived my whole life in America,
Jesus.
and I don't remember what
Way
3-day weekend
to
we
go.
have, in February, which is Black History Month. I
Name
mean,
the first 5 presidents.
George Washington.
See, there we go. We
Yeah.
don't need this day anymore. Stop it.
Exactly.
Stop it. Open the banks
it's,
back up.
It's really just a day for us all to
Cancel
just have some work off. Get some R&R. One extra jerk off session. Yeah, well,
You get the whole day.
I'm getting old, man. No, but you got Ryan Coogler. I don't think he has a single even close to Rotten Tomato score. Black Panther is now tracking for $175 million opening for 4 days. This thing is going to be huge. It's going to be the biggest
yeah, it
movie
is.
of the year so far, and I don't see this thing having any real competition until May.
Right.
Rotten Tomatoes. I'm not going to lie to everybody listening. I played this PC game. I know the world that we're living in right now, and yeah, 94% for Fruitvale Station, Creed 95%, Black Panther has 97% as of right now on Tuesday night. So, but I'm playing the PC game. I know critics are not going to be going after
Nobody
Black
can
Panther the
shut
way Wonder Woman was really given quite a pass as far as Rotten Tomatoes score goes.
Preach!
So, yeah, I'm not embarrassed to say it. So I'm playing the game. I know the game. Rotten Tomatoes is going to be nice. The way they were nice to Ghostbusters at 70-some% on Rotten Tomatoes for that
yeah.
Ghostbusters movie.
That movie was
So,
atrocious.
yeah, it's a full female cast. They're like
60% more than they needed.
yeah. I was gonna say, here's the
Accurate.
thing. Ghostbusters came out, they were pretty nice, but then they saw the backlash they got for the really rotten reviews, and Wonder Woman came out, they're like, give it a pass. Give it a pass. And Black Panther, I'm not saying it's gonna be a bad movie or any, this thing is probably gonna be phenomenal. But I also know that the critics are gonna be a little scared to attack this movie or criticize it too harshly, and they're gonna pull it back if they have to. So I know playing that Rotten Tomatoes score, playing that game, I'm doing just fine, especially with Coogler at the helm, and this movie's gonna make a lot of money. So it's a solid number 1 draft pick, and I can't be mad about it at all. All right, James, what about you, sir? What was your number 1 draft pick?
Oh, surprise, surprise. I took Deadpool 2 in the first.
Although he thought about it. Let's just make that
I did
clear.
think about it.
I will say, yeah, he hesitated.
I will say it now.
massively.
I will say it now because I didn't want to give my pick away. I almost took Incredibles 2 because I think that movie's gonna kill it.
Yeah.
But some asshole took it, and but
Spoiler alert!
Yeah, no shit, dude.
well, it's one asshole.
Holy shit, we're holding hands.
Oh my
already.
God,
You guys are gonna get married and butt fuck each other after the show, aren't you?
This burnt rubber story going
8
back
minutes.
to
Oh, yeah, the
That's
burnt
it.
rubber.
9 minutes in, I lost track of this thing already.
46 viewers.
Yeah, the reason why I took Deadpool 2.
going down.
The reason why I took Deadpool 2 is like for a rated R film, the first movie made $785 million, and that is given that 5 years ago nobody knew who Deadpool was, and coming as a huge Deadpool fan, I walked around.
You didn't even know who Deadpool was.
I knew.
He's lying.
I knew who he
Everything's
was,
a lie.
and it
Total
drove
fraud.
me nuts. I'm like, hey, check it out, it's Deadpool. And like, don't you mean Spider-Man? And I wanted to punch him in the face. So yeah. To make $785 million and hardly anybody knew who it was, and especially a rated R film.
$136 million opening, too.
Yes.
Still the
Yeah.
highest grossing opening weekend of any solo superhero movie. So,
Also was the top grossing R-rated film of all time until it
yeah.
broke
Yep.
it.
Yep.
So,
It was just like
safe bet.
I think safe bet that it's right at the beginning of the summer and everything else. Yes, it is coming off 2 weeks after
That's
Avengers
good. That's
Infinity
good
War.
cushion, though. I think. 2 weeks is good
definitely.
Do you
cushion.
worry
And then-
about the Rotten Tomatoes effect on the rated R?
Yeah, what was
No.
Deadpool? The 84%.
I think so. Yeah,
Not
84.
terrible, then.
81.
Not terrible. 81. Yeah, but
think.
and here's the thing too. Not Tim Miller's not returning to direct this movie. Who's the director of this one?
David Leitch. And if you don't know who David Leitch is, he's actually done Atomic Blonde, and he also was a 50% director on
John
the
Wick.
first John Wick movie.
All right, so not the most proven director. That might be a little nerve wracking for you.
And not really, because I was really confident after Atomic Blonde. I mean, Atomic Blonde did really smoothly. Yes, it's your everyday spy thriller kind of thing, but he brought that uniqueness to
Jenna
it.
Wick is
Yeah.
what it was, right?
So yeah,
Yes,
that's basically.
exactly.
I was waiting for him to pop up in the movie, but yeah, for a guy that's been in the business for a long time, not as a director and everything else, that was your awesome bet. And keep in mind, Tim Miller, that was his director debut.
It was, and he killed it.
And,
So
yeah, so 7 man. And but now that people know who Deadpool is in the first film, the effect of that, it's right at the beginning of the summer. I had to take this because I'm looking for total probably 800 million plus. So. I'm
oh yeah, I'd
pretty
say it's a
excited
safe bet. You're hitting over $800 million.
I think the
worldwide.
critics and the viewers are going to have to take this more
And-
serious now that the first one did so well.
And I dare say, if it gets released in China this time, because the first film was not released in China the first time, if it does get released over in China, you could possibly look at 900 million plus too.
Commie
Because
bastards.
Deadpool's really big overseas too. So that's the reason why I took Deadpool 2.
All right, that was James' first round pick. Now we're gonna go over to Josh. Josh, what was your first round draft pick? The probably the biggest blemish of anyone's first round draft pick.
I picked Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Now tell the viewers at home, because I understand why you picked this movie, whether I think it was a good idea or not. Tell the viewers at home why you picked this movie.
Well, it has a December release, and it's a cartoon, which would do huge with kids.
Is it a cartoon or is it an 3D animated film?
3D animated, it doesn't matter.
feature.
Oh,
Okay?
feature, yes.
And it's also Spider-Man, which is a huge franchise.
But it's Miles Morales Spider-Man. It's not Peter Parker, who
matter.
doesn't carry the
If
same
anything,
weight.
it's going to bring him more because of the PC shit that you keep talking about.
Got to be nice to the kids.
I was gonna, dude. I was serving
Fuck
you up
you,
on
bitch.
I was serving you up on a platter.
You're a fucking enemy now. I'm going to fucking ruin you,
You're
son.
all my enemy. Just listen, John Krasinski being cast as Peter Parker. There you go. That was what I was trying to serve you up.
Hey, you know what? I'll serve you a dish of a fuckhole, okay?
Dude, you would fail at T-ball.
I know I would.
That's what I just learned.
I can't run very well. Breathe a lot. Really heavily.
Okay, but anyways, why else did you pick this movie? Any other factors other than your fanboy?
I have a boner for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and no, I think it's going to do really well. It has a pretty solid cast. It's written by Phil Lord, which did a Lego Movie, a lot of really good stuff like that.
Right.
The directors don't really have a whole lot going on for them, but they do have Peter Ramsey, who did Rise of the Guardians, which was a decent movie.
I love that movie.
That was a decent movie. So I just feel like it might, and like Levi Schreiber is in it, so that's kind of tight.
So here's what I think. I don't think this movie's gonna be a big money maker, but I think Rotten Tomatoes, it's gonna fluff your Rotten Tomatoes average.
You know what? It's a kids movie.
Yeah.
Kids movies fucking kill it, man.
Lego Batman made
Especially around
a lot of
December.
money.
It did.
Yeah. So hey, I'm not saying it's the worst
Hey,
pick
hey,
ever.
all
I
I'm
completely
saying-
agree with
all
your
I'm saying
logic.
is-
it's just not first round pick. I don't
All I'm
think.
saying-
That's
I was
what
shocked,
said.
yeah.
Yeah.
Is I'm going to serve you a fuckhole later.
Lexi, if you're listening, I didn't take this offer of his.
He said
wanna
no. He said no
explain-
before we
Talk about
started.
the
and
voice
He's
cast,
holding
too.
strong.
Yeah, I
to
know,
that
dude.
voice.
Yeah, voice cast.
Come on, dude.
I mean, we've already done a little bit in a past podcast. But
Okay,
I mean, you
so
know,
I'm going to do this, and I'm going to butcher the name. So Jake, be there to pick me up like you always do.
I got you, bro.
You got Levi Schreiber. You got
Liev Schreiber.
Mahari Shalalala Ali.
Oh yeah, Mahershala Ali.
Yeah, Cottonmouth.
Yep.
Yeah. And you got Shamiki Moore.
Shamik Moore. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
You added something extra.
Yeah.
I did, but I think it's I say
Racist bastard.
Shamiki.
How dare you?
Like
Shady.
the question,
I can't wait to review Black Panther with him while he's trying to give all the characters' names out.
Oh God.
Okay, so, yeah, it's got a great voice cast. Not the most proven director. It's got a good writer. Like I said, your Rotten Tomatoes score probably going to be pretty safe. Money, that's my worry for you. Well, I'm not really worried. I'm more happy that I'm going to be beating you. But anything else you want to add before we go to Kyle?
I'm gonna enjoy Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. So I don't give a shit.
Was
what-
Phil Lord?
It's already made $10.
Was Phil Lord the director that dropped out of
All
Han
that
Solo?
matters. All that matters.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so.
Lord Miller.
Are you worried?
Why would I be worried?
Well,
Drop out and say,
because he
"Fuck
wrote
this cartoon."
Spider-Verse. He's not directing Spider-Verse.
It's already like, and you know what? I'm not worried.
Nah,
Because what probably happened was he was like, oh, we're doing a solo movie. Fuck this shit. It's horrible.
I'm sorry, but if someone's like, you want Lord Miller or Ron Howard? I'm like, Ron Howard. It's not really that hard.
Yeah, see,
So-
if someone was to ask me if I want Phil Lord or Ron Howard, I think I'd go with Phil Lord.
Yeah,
because
me too.
Ron
For a Han
Howard's
Solo
Like,
movie?
It sounds interesting.
Ron Howard's kind of boring
Ron
anymore.
Howard just like
My mom
safe
likes.
bet.
My mom is sitting here going,
I
like,
take
oh my
chances.
God, Ron Howard.
Opie Taylor,
As
get
he
in my
rubs his
bedroom
nipples
now.
saying, man.
Yeah,
Sorry.
rubbing
They
my
can't
nipples.
see
I
this.
did that.
That was great radio.
Anyways, all right.
Moving
All right,
on.
moving on. Kyle, your first round draft pick.
Thank you. Hot on the heels of Josh's fanboy pick, I took my own fanboy pick. I went with Solo, a Star Wars story. I am deeply concerned of the Rotten Tomatoes score. However, like anything Marvel or Disney or Star Wars, they can print their own fucking money. So I'm confident this is going to make some dough for me in the first round. Having the last pick was fucking great, so I was happy that this one was left over. Thank you, Josh.
All right, so what are you predicting as the opening box office, weekend box office for this one? Because if you look at Rogue One movie, I think didn't crack 200 million the way the saga films do.
Yeah.
But it still hit like 180 or something, roughly around that area. So I mean, you're guaranteed to make a lot of money opening weekend.
With the fluctuation they've had of the directorial staff, switching hands and going to Opie Taylor here, and we've got Ron Howard at the helm now.
Is that an
Lot
Andy
of
Griffith
reshoot- Yeah,
reference?
Yes, it is.
Nice.
I'm old too.
Yeah.
We've got a little bit of skepticism now, which I think might affect how much money this pulls in. I'm gonna say maybe high 120s.
Opening weekend?
Maybe 140. Yeah.
Man, I think you're
don't
selling
know.
it low.
I think
think
it might
so?
be,
Yeah.
but I just don't think this one's gonna kill it.
I don't think this is going to kill it. No, this is not going to be a $1 billion club movie. But I think you're underestimating people's love of Star Wars and the nostalgia factor. This is young Han Solo. This is the origin of Han Solo. For that's what they're going to market it as. But the thing that's worrying me is we haven't gotten anything as far as marketing yet, other than the 2 little 30-second spots that they've leaked out now. Not leaked, but they've released now. But I think come April, it's going to be flooded. It's going to be everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
I think they're going to really hit us hard at that last month before.
Well, the thing that worries me too, though, is the competition in the month of May.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that is a staggering.
I think it's a
month.
week between that and Deadpool 2, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that's gonna be the toughest part because Deadpool 2 is gonna have a great second opening week or second weekend.
I'm sure none of us are complaining about that main roster right there.
No.
Going to be in the movies every week.
I'm gonna live. I'm setting up a tent.
Yes.
I'm gonna shuttle between work and the theater in May. That's my goal.
I think what's working against Han Solo 2 is, like you said, Deadpool comes out a week before, and then also at the same time. Granted, I enjoyed The Last Jedi, but coming off the heels of the divided of people between The Last Jedi, I think that's going to kill Han Solo 2.
I doubt it.
I
don't think so.
it will.
I think
No.
some people checked out.
I don't. It's not connected to that story at all.
I get it. But
'Cause
a
I don't
lot of
think-
people, when they went and see Rogue One, I had a bunch of people like, I didn't see Rey or Finn in there. It's like a lot of people.
A lot of people are stupid.
Fuck
But the
them,
thing is,
fuck them, get them out
Like
of there.
this is really the first true anthology film, if you ask me. I think
Yeah.
Rogue One, you could argue that it fits into the overall saga somewhere as far as specific timeline. This is the first true anthology Star Wars movie.
I think Rogue One was a great tester of what can we do outside of the realm of normal
$1 billion
Star Wars.
movie, dude.
Yep.
I mean, the last 3 Star Wars movies have hit over $1 billion worldwide. I don't think Solo is going to hit $1 billion, but I think
it could get close. Real close.
I'm thinking
If it did
750 to
I'd be
800.
surprised.
Not
In the
opening
opening
weekend.
weekend.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would be
I'd
very
be very
surprised. But 750 to 800 million, I think, is realistically where this thing ends up.
I think closer to 900.
Hey, he's
I'll
giving
take
it.
it.
And,
I'll take it.
But not only that, we're playing the Rotten Tomatoes game.
Right.
So
That one's
That's
gonna be
that's
the
the
tough
one
one.
that's tough because
no, I don't
it's
think
sci-fi.
so. Look at
but
Ron Howard. I mean, this is an Oscar caliber director. I think you're safe as far as Rotten Tomatoes goes.
I hope so. I really fucking hope so.
Yeah.
This is from the heart. I with my picks, I picked a lot of them that were near and dear. So I'm playing Team Heartbreak over here right now.
Team Heartbreak.
Oh, God, I stayed away from that.
The Heartbreak.
Oh yeah, after
Oh,
being
yeah.
a Cowboys fan, doing fantasy draft,
Yeah.
picking Cowboys player, I had to stay away from.
Yeah, dude.
horror
Yesterday
movies.
you were just like, man, I'm gonna do this draft the way I did this year's my football draft. I stayed away from Cowboys
Yep,
players.
that's what happened. I stayed away from horror movies for the most part. There were several on there, like Halloween. I wanted to get, and The Strangers. I wanted to get them, but
Yeah, we can talk about towards the end what's still left up on the draft board that didn't get drafted. But all right, so that's our first round draft pick. That's obviously going to be probably the largest chunk and majority of our conversation. And, we can start going through the other ones. Why don't Dallas? Why don't you give us your second pick if anyone feels the need to talk about it? If not, let's just go through the rest of your order.
Gotcha. Just go through it.
Yeah.
Fantastic Beasts 2.
Second pick. Okay. What was your third pick?
Mission Impossible 6.
That's a good pick. That should have been your second pick if you ask me.
Still on the board, so
I know. I mean,
I
hey,
wasn't upset with it.
That's a great third round draft pick.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, it really is because
That's gonna make some money.
it is. You got Christopher McQuarrie coming back, who did Rogue Nation. This movie's got a lot of hype. All the shit surrounding Tom Cruise behind the scenes of these movies. This guy got injured, like he fucking broke his ankle doing this. Other guy's really flying on the side of a plane. This guy's really on the side of a fucking
Always
like
something.
Dubai building. Yeah, I mean, it gets people really interested,
it does.
So I think that's a really great third round draft pick. What else you got?
Do we really want to talk about the
Oh,
fourth
we wanna
round?
talk
Yes,
about
this
this
one.
is the
Yeah.
discussion one.
This is a discussion one for
So,
sure.
I
So what did
went-
you get fourth
I
round?
went with Aquaman.
There goes that Infinity War
Now.
score, taking everything
Normally I don't
average
promote
down.
suicide, but in your case, on number pick here.
Yeah, I still need to figure out what the fuck it's called when a samurai has to commit suicide for dishonor.
Oh shit!
I feel like that's what you did. You fell on your sword with Aquaman.
See, wake up in a cold
we have a
sweat,
side
know
bet.
that.
Jake and I have a side bet.
We have a
Jake
side
thinks-
bet.
Jake thinks it'll make under 400 million. I think it'll make above, and I'm saying maybe 5. Leave it right about there. I don't think it'll go much higher.
No, I don't think it's gonna even sniff Justice League.
See, and on the earlier podcast, you were talking about it being more horror based with James Wan, and if they went that approach, New 52 trench style, I think it would make that. I really do. But if they go, kind of what they've done in the past, I'm more and more worried about it.
I'm gauging my response and audience response to Jason Momoa specifically, and as in Justice League and Justice League in general. That's what I'm gauging my predictions.
I'm gauging it with eye candy. Women are going to love it. They're going to go and see it. I'm sure my girlfriend's going to drag me to it, even though I'm going
I'm
to
saying you're
going
gonna
to
see it either way. What do you mean drag?
But she's going to be like, come
Yeah.
on. She's going to be the one grabbing my hand going, come on, let's go. Let's
As
go
a
see
Batman v Superman fan,
Oh,
you're
yeah.
not you're gonna say you're gonna get
it. I'm
dragged to
gonna
this
go-
kicking
I'm
and
gonna go see
screaming,
it,
right?
But she's literally going to be the one grabbing my hand and running. And she's got short, stubby legs, so she's going to be running, and it's going to look
She
weird,
is very little, yes.
But she's going to drag me to it, and honestly, I'm not going to complain unless it's a god-awful movie.
Okay, so all right, so where are you right now on the over/under, percentage-wise? Like, where would you go? I am this confident at this percentage it's going to be a good movie.
Good movie, giving it about a 6 out of 10. Is that good movie?
Let's say 70% on Rotten
70%.
Tomatoes or above. What do you think its chances are of hitting at least 70% on Rotten Tomatoes or above?
Before seeing any of the marketing other than that one promo image.
With the Green Lantern ring?
Oh God. God. No, moving on from that.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
just another dumb discussion. I'm probably about a 50-60% right now.
So you're 50-60%
I
sure
think-
that it would get 70 or above on Rotten Tomatoes?
I'm not gonna say above.
Well,
I'm
that's
gonna
my
say
question.
like 65 to 70, somewhere in that range. Right now, I'm about.
That's where you think it's going to hit
I'm
the
decently-
RT score?
yeah.
Hey,
Okay.
James,
Decently.
can you real quick look up the percentage on Rotten Tomatoes for Suicide Squad? And
Or
then Justice
any
League?
DCU
Or
movie.
any
Other
DCU
than-
movie that's
Other
not
than
Wonder
Wonder
Woman?
Yeah.
I was like, he said
It's not
70%
good.
for Aquaman.
Oh, not
I said,
good, okay.
Drug test this man. No
Certified.
fucking way.
You are fucking high!
You're high.
Fairly confident. 65-70.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, man.
I like
We can
before
all dream.
marketing. When
We can
I
all
see
dream.
marketing, we can talk about it again. But
Very few
before-
times have I rooted for a movie to fail.
Oh yeah. Here it goes again.
No, seriously, no. But here's the thing: I am rooting for this movie to fail, and I know that's really shitty of me to even show my hand right now because it
You
doesn't come out
want
till
you want it
December.
rebooted.
Exactly. I want this DC universe rebooted, and I think Warner Brothers is so
shit.
fucking far up their
It's a
ass
lot worse than I thought.
that.
Suicide Squad? How did you think it was better?
Woo, yeah.
26% on
30s.
Suicide
How did
Squad.
you think that was better?
I thought it was in 30s.
I can't believe we're still talking about this. I thought that was like.
movie didn't happen.
Yeah.
We'll move on from that.
But
one.
anyways, no, I think Warner Brothers is just so far up their fucking own asshole right now that if they smell a hint of success with Aquaman, this
they'll get in the
this
way.
universe will have to keep going, and I
Right.
just don't want it to. And I just want this
See-
movie to fail, fall on its face. That way, I just get clean slate. Shazam comes out. It's like start of the new universe, move on. But
See, I've noticed when Zack Snyder's directing, it seems that Warner Brothers wants to get more involved with the films. With Patty Jenkins, they kind of pulled out.
that's the official story. I have no idea.
Well, going off
Yeah.
the official story,
Yeah, I saw-
James,
yeah, the
with
pull
James
out,
Wan,
okay.
another one being brought in, I feel like he's going to stomp his foot down and be like, look, this is my movie. If you
Yeah.
want me to do it, stay out of it. And So I have faith in Juan more than I do Warner Brothers.
Right, and that's the thing. Like, I'm hard pressed to want to root against Juan. Even Momoa.
That's where I'm at.
See,
honestly.
Momoa as Aquaman, I don't like the casting, but I like Momoa. You know what I mean? Like, I like him as an actor, as a person, from what I can see, you know, on whatever.
Right.
Seems
I
like
met him, super cool guy.
Yeah, seems like a really great guy. I just want this movie to not come out because I don't want this I don't want the stench of this universe anymore. I'm over it, man. So I got this stench in my nostrils I can't get out.
See, I think if they can bring in more
It's
directors,
called ass.
I think if they can bring
Come
in more
sit right next to
directors
you.
that will stop,
You're welcome.
that'll stand up for it, for their own vision, I think then I feel like at least either Warner Brothers took too much control with Zack Snyder's visions and David Ayer,
Yeah.
and they didn't, stand their ground. They were kind of like, okay, well, you own it, go for it. Whereas Patty Jenkins, the official story, as you said, is she stomped her foot down on several things. They wanted them to take out what scene was it? The No Man's
scene?
Land?
Yeah.
They wanted them to take it out, and she was like, no. And that arguably was
Is
probably
the best
scene in the movie
by far. Yeah.
And James Wan, I trust him as a director based on his credentials, what I've seen. Being a horror fan, I really do like James Wan. And like I said, if it's a horror take on it with the look that they have, the gritty look of Momoa being Aquaman, I have faith in it. If they go a whole different route and Warner Brothers gets in it, pulls scenes out again, it's tanking.
Yep.
I'm not arguing it. I'm not going to defend it. It's tanking.
All right. Well, we knew there'd be a specific, like a nice chunk of conversation
Oh, yeah. Be
carved out
prepared
for
it.
Aquaman. So, all right. What was your 5th round draft pick?
Pacific Rim 2.
All right.
I felt that was a good place for it.
Yeah, you know what? It's not going to be a big moneymaker. The first
Nope.
one wasn't. I love the first one. I'm super excited with Steven S. DeKnight doing this one. I mean, I wish it was Guillermo del Toro. But I'm fucking pumped for that movie. Rotten
it
Tomatoes
looks
is not
good.
going. You're not going to be helped
No,
with too much
no.
Rotten Tomatoes.
But last one made $411 million.
Yeah.
This one for a 5th round pick based on what was on the board,
Right.
which we'll talk about later.
Absolutely.
It
And I think
Looks like a
overseas,
good 5th round pick.
Overseas, it'll kill it too.
Yeah, you know,
well, anything like that, big monster mecha
Right.
things always kill overseas. They
Except
always do.
Power Rangers. This last Power Rangers movie made jack shit overseas.
Honestly, from what I saw of it, it was of a film,
It
but I didn't
wasn't
hardly
good.
pay attention to it.
Yeah,
like
it
I saw the first trailer and I was like, wow, I'm excited for this. Forgot about it.
Yeah.
Came out on DVD. Months went by and I was like, oh yeah, there's that Power Rangers movie I still haven't watched.
I didn't see it until I bought it on DVD, and I just bought it because I'm like, you know what? I'm a
buy it.
Power Rangers fan, and I'm always gonna be. I might as well own this shitty film. I've got other shit films in my fucking collection.
Right.
So
You have worse.
yeah. So all right, what'd you get? Round 6.
Tomb Raider.
I'm. This is either a make or break your
Yeah.
fucking
It is.
lineup
Alicia
right here.
Vikander.
It is.
She's
Yeah.
a solid.
Coming
pick
off
for
Ex
Tomb Raider.
Machina, you know.
And the last few games have been extremely successful
Yep.
from a storytelling vantage point. Like, I've played the first one of the reboot series. It was a phenomenal storytelling experience. It was excellent, and this looks almost like
Who's
a
the director?
I'd have to look it up.
Okay, I thought you had it
Hang
written
on.
down.
I can't remember, but I remember
it's
he
fine.
didn't do a whole lot.
But, I mean, from the trailers, it looks like they heavily are influenced by the first game, the reboot. Heavily influenced.
Yeah.
And it was excellent storytelling, and
So you think this is gonna be the first video game movie that breaks the streak of horrible video game movies?
I don't
Yeah,
think
I
it'll
know.
necessarily break it, but I don't think it'll prove the streak right. I think
Okay.
it'll be like just above. Like
More an
that was-
exception
that
to
was
the
a-
rule.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
That was an okay movie.
All right.
Sort of vibe, and I kind of feel like that if they were making an Uncharted movie.
Right.
Same premise. It's
The only thing that's got me excited about this movie is Alicia Vikander. I'm like, well, if you're gonna garner a talent of her caliber for this movie, there's got to be something in the script and the story that she was like, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because she looks at what she does. Like
Right.
it's not just give me whatever the agent says to do.
No.
Like she seems to pick and choose some.
She
real
doesn't do
winners.
those fluff piece movies. You know, she seems very, to her discretion, she's gonna take these movies.
Right.
So I think that movie, especially 6th round, like if it pans out, that it just does really well. I mean, that's a great pick.
I mean, even talking about the original Tomb Raider movies, which I didn't think were great. They were generic action films to me.
Yeah.
But the first one made $274 million. The second one made $156 million.
You also had Angelina Jolie with fake
Which-
tits.
which
too,
sells
so,
it,
Yeah.
but-
that's why I went and saw him as a kid. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, I think that's why
Come on,
everyone went and
sold.
saw
Yeah.
it. But
Shut up and take my money.
Exactly.
But they made decent money for me betting off of that. Seeing the audience interest in it years ago for a 6th round pick.
Yeah. All right.
pretty
So
confident.
give us your 7 and 8.
I don't want to talk about 7.
What's your 7?
No, what was 7?
What's your
Mamma
7?
Mia 2.
Hey,
Only
man.
reason I picked that, it's a musical, and
Yep.
the first one did so well. I watched the trailer for it. I haven't even seen the first Mamma Mia, but the trailer, I was like, this.
First
looks
one-
I can't
terrible.
believe this.
Say first one
I
made
can't
how much
either.
money?
Holy
$609 million.
Yeah.
But
Sweet
it is a
Jesus.
musical, and that was one of your arguments we talked about during the draft.
Yep.
Musicals,
They-
especially recently, have killed.
They
Oh,
do
people-
well.
Old people.
kill.
No, it's not old people, man.
No,
You
no. I
see-
mean,
Everyone.
old people will love
Look,
it.
I think what
The
he's
sequel.
yeah,
that they-
it drags old people out to go see it. Whereas like these action movies, they're like, oh, the Avengers.
I'd
who's
love to
this? I
see the
don't care about
demographic
them.
breakdown for musicals because I
Yeah.
guarantee there are so many more younger kids. Because like I went to school right with a lot of theater majors. They're all about musicals, dude. Like I can't personally, I'm not a fan. I don't like musicals. To me, it's just like I know what I'm about to say. It sounds super contradictory to me loving superhero movies, but they're just so fucking unrealistic. Okay, like everyone breaks out in the same
I
song,
tend to
knows the
agree,
words,
you
knows
know?
this dance choreography bullshit. Like I just can't buy into it. But there's no denying.
Everyone feels the magic in the room, Jacob.
I know. That's what it has to be, dude. It's a religious experience, but there's no denying that. I mean, look at what The Greatest Showman's doing right now.
Yeah.
It came out in December. It's still in the top 5 box office.
He beat animals.
P.T. Barnum.
Thank you
Peter,
for that.
move on, Peter.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. And then what was your last one?
I did break my rule.
Yeah.
I went with The Nun.
Yeah.
And the only reason I went with that, the Conjuring films and that franchise has been somewhat successful. Again, looking at what was available on the board.
Annabelle 1.
Do you see the teaser? Creepy as fuck.
Is there a teaser?
Is there?
Shit. I know that.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
Trailer
Okay.
drops tomorrow or sometime this week.
I
Okay.
will look at that.
Well-
Annabelle, they was the lowest one of the franchise, so I've got them written down.
Yeah.
Conjuring 1 was 137 million roughly. 2 was 102 million, so a little bit of a drop. Annabelle,
First one was really good.
yeah, the first one was excellent for
Yeah.
a horror. Like, I mean, there were jump scares and your stereotypical things, but
Right.
it actually played on your.
But it felt like a Blumhouse movie.
It did, and the music and the feel of the movie,
Yeah.
it generated horror, and it was excellent. It was one of the first times in years that I've gone and seen a horror movie, and I actually was optimistic about the future of horror because there's so many crap horror films come out the last 20 years.
I absolutely agree, dude. The Conjuring really surprised me. So.
And Annabelle, 84 million, so big drop there.
Yeah.
But then Annabelle 2 pulled it back up 102.
Yeah,
So,
much
and
better
that one's the
than-
most recent one.
And let's be honest, the scariest part about The Conjuring 2 to me was the nun.
by far.
I mean, that should have been your monster
Oh, yeah.
in that movie.
Oh, it
so
should've. So I mean, I am a little worried on making an entire, basically 1.5 movies centered around the nun.
Mm-hmm.
But the Conjuring films overall have been good films. I haven't seen Annabelle 2 yet, but the Annabelle, the first film, if they can make a
actually,
second one
Annabelle
out of
2
it,
is better than 1.
well, if it goes up and they made it better in 2 films about the Annabelle doll in general, I have faith.
Any
in
idea the
franchise.
director? Any credits on this movie that you know of?
I'll look it up. I'll look it up. Just keep-
I don't want to look it up. I'm just gonna keep moving on.
Next.
It's okay. We'll talk about it. All right. So I'll just go over my mine. Then if there's any that you guys want to talk about, that's fine. My second round draft pick, guys. Like I said before, I played the PC game. I know. I feel like I got my finger on the pulse of Hollywood right now. You know,
big time.
Kevin Spacey really helped me find out exactly what's going on in Hollywood.
Your first 4 picks, I'm looking at are a total PC grab.
Oh, they are.
Oh,
They
yeah.
are. But the thing is, like I said, you got to play smart, right?
Yes.
So
you played it very smart.
yes. So my second pick is Mulan.
I got it.
The director of Mulan is Nikki Cario, and she's got, she doesn't have like great credentials, but she's got solid credentials. She's got Whale Rider, North Country, and McFarlane USA. All decent movies, all have decent scores on Rotten Tomatoes. But with Mulan, they're staying true with like an all Asian cast. We've seen with Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella, these Jungle Book, like all these live action remakes. They're staying really true to form with the animated versions, and so
And they kill it.
yeah. And
I always tell
kill it.
James that I shit on these movies, and I shouldn't because
Yeah.
they kill it every time.
Oh yeah, I
Did you
joke about them, but after watching Beauty and the Beast, I think we saw it twice, my girlfriend and I, and it genuinely is actually a good movie.
did you see?
Hey,
how
I
much-
liked it in what was it, Beauty and the Beast? Like for years, we've seen the original Beauty and the Beast, and then they did that. The mother died by
Right.
the
Yeah.
was it the Black Plague, or some shit?
I don't know.
But yeah, it was cool that how they did that. That's the reason why those movies kill it.
Yeah, and so, and I'm not gonna lie, I looked at Beauty and the Beast and said this thing made $500 million just domestically.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck yeah, I'm
It's a
taking
huge-
Mulan all day. So did Mulan? I don't think anyone can really crap on that pick. I mean,
You
it's
can try.
it's not like a movie I'm certainly looking forward
Eddie Murphy
to.
better be back as the dragon.
We're gonna
I
ride.
want that grasshopper. That's how That's what I want to see is that grasshopper. No, so I can't be mad at this pick. It's not a movie I'm extremely looking forward to. But as far as going, this is like
But you're
picking
gonna go see
Ezekiel
it.
Elliott as my second round draft pick. Going, I don't like Ezekiel Elliott anymore. I do. I'm an Ohio State fan, but this son of a bitch has been such a fucking douche in the NFL. But there's no denying the fucking points he puts up, right? So. The next one I picked was the Nutcracker, 4 seasons or something
gonna
seasons.
kill it.
Yeah, again, musical.
December.
This is and this is going to be a huge it's a Nutcracker at Christmas time. You kidding me?
Your only competition's the Spider-Verse fucking movie.
Yeah, right.
That
Or
was your
Aquaman.
third, right? Your third
That was
round?
my third round
See,
draft
that was
pick.
where I
fuckhole.
struggled because I had mine. I was choosing.
You got
between
Mission Impossible 6.
Those were my options, and you picked right before me because we did the snake
Yep.
order. And I was like Nutcracker, and I was leaning towards the Nutcracker, and you picked it, and part of me was like, shit.
I heard you say that aloud. It was audible.
Yeah, I was
trust
like,
me.
shit. And I was like, you know what? Mission Impossible 6, not a bad pick. Not where I was gonna go, but
Yeah. And Nutcracker, you got 2 directors here. One's Joe Johnston, which got The Rocketeer, Jurassic Park 3, Captain America: First Avenger. Solid filmography. This other guy, Lassie. I don't want to call him a dog, but Lass Hallstrom. He's got What's Eating Gilbert Grape, Cider House Rules, A Dog's Purpose. Like, this guy's got some clout.
emotional.
Yeah, so RT is fine. Rotten Tomatoes score is fine.
Oh.
And this movie, again, it's the Nutcracker at Christmas time. It's making bank.
Do you know what Beauty and the Beast was on Rotten Tomatoes by chance? I'm
90,
curious.
90 something. It was 90 something. Okay, so my fourth one is Mary Poppins. The Return of Mary Poppins. This is a sequel, 50, 60 years in the making?
All these safe
Yep.
picks.
Oh yeah,
Super
you got
safe there.
you got Emily Blunt coming back as Mary Poppins, and then you got the director Rob Marshall, who's directed Chicago, Into the Woods, and Memoirs of a Geisha. Again, solid filmography. There's no arguing these picks here. My top 4, I feel very confident about. I think between these 4 movies,
You're
my
gonna
box
lose.
office is hitting $2 billion between these 4.
Your next 4 might bring that all down.
All right, so
Yeah.
okay.
Like,
So-
let's not make it seem like you're some golden fucking child
Hey,
that knows
you
your
can't just
shit.
acknowledge the first
Well,
one
let's-
and ignore the next.
Yeah,
Talk
it's like
about-
the next 4 might bring everything down.
Right now,
So-
he's at a savant level. Let's
Oh,
see what
yeah.
happens
This
now.
is-
Everybody's like, oh man, he seems so smart. And it's like, wait,
there's
more.
All right. So here's where the dice starts rolling. Okay. So the next one is X-Men: Dark Phoenix. So I actually don't know if I don't know if these next 4 are the order I picked them in, but they're not the order I picked them in. But the next pick I've got here is X-Men: Dark Phoenix, which I'm pretty sure was actually my 5th round draft pick. But
matter.
Simon Kinberg's directorial debut. This could go either way. This guy's
Easily
been
could.
involved with The First Class, Days of Future Past, Last Stand, Origins. Like, dude's been involved with a lot of shit. All right,
Origins.
so who knows where this is going to be? But
Origins.
if I'm looking at past box office, I'm
Listen.
going. This thing's easily hitting over $500 million worldwide. Not too worried.
yeah,
not
that's-
too worried about that. You got Singer out of there. There's no rape scandal
so no
going
rape,
on.
less
yeah.
rapey.
Yeah, a lot less like
Less
underage
rapey, but-
boys being touched on the set that I would assume anyway. You've got. I mean, when it comes to talent, you've got James McAvoy, you've got Michael Fassbender, Sophie Turner. There's strong performances. Nicholas Hoult. Like, these are good actors. Jennifer Lawrence.
And I'll give it to them on
Yeah.
those casting decisions. When they first announced him, I saw James McAvoy, and I hadn't seen him in all of his movies.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't see him as
Yeah,
Professor
the guy
X.
from what was the Wanted. That was what I knew him from.
And that's an okay movie, but
Yeah.
like when I saw it, I was like, no. And then Michael Fassbender also, I hadn't seen him in much of anything, and I was like, no. And then I saw First Class, and I was like,
That should have been a Magneto movie, man, because he
Oh,
was the best
Fassbender,
part of the
yeah.
movie.
Oh, he
I-
was.
He kills it every
But,
time.
yeah.
I think he's a great
honestly,
actor.
He is.
like, I
Assassin's
have
Creed.
loved those casts
I
and the
still
remake.
loved it.
I think more than I did
Okay.
the original X-Men movies. I think I like this
Ooh.
cast. I mean, Hugh Jackman not being in it as much makes it debatable.
I gotta
for
say,
me.
Jennifer Lawrence is
But-
great an actress as she is. Her as this nice, good person, Mystique, really is.
Shit.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
throws me off. I'm not a fan. But anyway, again, this was one of the bigger gambles on mine. But I know I got it after. It was not my 5th round pick. I do remember that. I think this one was my 5th round pick.
Which one?
That one. But anyway, so the next movie I've got I've got on my list is Holmes and Watson. It's the next John C. Reilly, Will Ferrell team up.
It'll bring in money.
It'll bring in money. Its RT score probably not going to be the highest,
No.
but comedies just don't hit hard with critics. But if I'm looking at who else is in this movie, you got Ray Fiennes. You got fucking Voldemort in this movie, okay? You got Hugh Laurie. Dr. House? You got Dr. House with Will Ferrell? Are
I
you
like
for
how
real?
he's trying to amp it up. Like everybody's like sitting at home going like, "Oh my God, Hugh Laurie!"
Yeah.
How many
How did you
viewers
know?
have gone down? We're at 46. 46 people go see this movie.
Yeah.
Help Jake
Yeah.
out.
No, but the thing, come on, man. Hugh Laurie and Ray
directing
Fiennes,
it.
and you got Rebecca Hall, right? That's a
That's a solid.
that's
Yeah.
a solid cast to
Solid cast of people that don't do movies that much anymore. Who's the
talking
director on
about,
that?
dude? The director is Etan, E-T-A-N. It might be Ethan, but it's spelled
Etan.
E-T-A-N. Cohen. He did Idiocracy, Tropic Thunder, and
Solid,
Men in
solid.
Black 3. Not a great movie, but Idiocracy, Tropic Thunder was a great comedy.
See,
I mean,
I
that's-
really loved Idiocracy.
I did too.
loved-
Oh, yeah.
I love that movie, and that's one that you talk to people
We're
about,
living
and
it.
they're
You-
like,
I would say you could
"What are you
arguably
talking
say it was a prophetic movie.
Yes.
Yeah,
So-
and there's so many comedies that are like that are like
Yeah.
cult films that people just love, and that's one of them.
Yeah,
And
and
then-
then films though that get your Rotten Tomato scores
Not-
up, or
no.
your box
Hey,
office score money
Into
up.
the Spider-Verse first round pick. Quiet down.
We'll get to you.
But not only that, you got Will Ferrell, who's still a big box office
yeah, he
draw.
is.
And you got him and John C. Reilly teaming up. Look at like Talladega Nights and those types of movies.
Step
People love them.
Brothers was excellent.
But then you've also got a known property, Holmes and Watson. Sherlock Holmes and
Keep hyping
Watson.
it. Hype it up.
Hey,
Hey, keep doing what you
say
gotta
what
do to
you
make
want,
you feel better.
but look at Benedict Cumberbatch as Sherlock. Look at Robert Downey Jr. as Sherlock. There's definitely an audience.
This is Will Ferrell as Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, a parody of Sherlock Holmes with Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly. Who doesn't want to see that? Come on.
I love how he's
Step
trying to hype
Brothers
this
and
shit up.
Talladega Nights.
He's like, he's spending so much more time on this than he did any other one because he just knows that somebody's gonna go, really, Jake? Holmes and Watson? I thought you were keeping this PC.
Hey, you've got Talladega Nights and Step Brothers in a parody detective movie. How can that not be fucking hilarious?
I don't know.
Come on. All right, so then I
Could be
go.
hilarious, but not making money.
Semi-pro?
Huh?
Oh yeah, we already
Semi-Pro
talked about
didn't have John C. Reilly
That's right,
as
that's
a
right. We
buddy
did talk about
team-up
that.
movie. All right, so then my next one, I got The Predator. I got the next Predator movie with Shane Black as the
that.
director.
Okay, now I can start going in the direction.
Bring it on, dude. You want to?
No, positive direction.
Oh, okay.
for
let's
you.
say.
I'm on your
I was
side
like,
now.
you got the director of Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, you got the director of Iron Man 3, and The Nice Guys.
Yes.
So,
Yeah, I'm pretty pumped about that movie. I'm
and
not gonna
plus Shane
lie.
Black
I
was
watched
in
it.
the original Predator.
Yep.
Granted, he does get mauled and killed, and I think turned inside out. But I think with Shane Black doing Predator, you get that black comedy in there. You're gonna get some great action scenes. Not the most reputable cast, not a bunch of well-knowns, which I think even makes it a better Predator
Well,
movie.
I think
it's
that
got it's got the dude from Moonlight, and then you have Thomas Jane's gonna be in it.
Oh fuck yeah, I love Thomas Jane.
Yeah, so
that's
Thomas
my
Jane-
Punisher,
The
by the
Punisher,
way.
that's
Yeah,
my
yeah,
Punisher.
that's my
exactly.
Punisher.
Yes.
I'm so torn.
I mean, John
because I
Bernthal's
love-
definitely-
John Bernthal's
Yeah,
great,
I
but
lo-
dude,
that's where I'm torn. And see, I feel the same way with the Spider-Man. Like Tom
Yeah.
Holland, I love him, but part of me like just
don't say Andrew Garfield.
as Spider-Man. I didn't say Peter Parker.
Okay.
As Spider-Man, I love him as Spider-Man.
Alright.
But Tom Holland's winning me over, and I'm the same way. John,
Hey,
love him as
I think John
Punisher,
Bernthal's
but
great, but like I was
Thomas
14
Jane,
when
yeah.
Thomas
Thomas
Jane
Jane,
came
yeah.
out. Like that's my
I
fucking
felt
felt
favorite.
his
my top
pain.
favorite.
Yeah.
He
God,
portrayed
Oh
it.
yeah, and
And
dude,
then that short film on YouTube.
Yes,
that-
Dirty Laundry.
Dirty
Dirty
Laundry.
Laundry,
yeah.
I didn't know about that for years, and when I found out
Wow,
about
really?
it, yeah, I had never
It's got
heard
Ron
of it.
Perlman in it.
Yeah.
I had never heard of it, and then I was just browsing on YouTube,
Hey, can we
watching
stop
videos.
this? I gotta go watch it now.
and
time
then,
out.
but in the first one, you also got fucking John Travolta's Howard Saint.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
That wasn't excellent.
That was as cheesy and hokey as some of those moments are now. So I love it.
But Thomas Jane's in Predator.
Yeah,
But so
Speaking about Predators, as much as I don't hear anything about it, I loved that movie.
You think
That
it's
was-
underrated?
Predators?
I
Oh yeah,
think
it's
it's underrated.
Brody.
Yeah.
Brody's definitely underrated in that
I
movie.
love
Like
that.
all the shit he went through to get ready for that role, and I loved it. And then, damn it, now I want to go home and watch that.
It's an excellent movie.
Yep.
Like they took something they could have easily just copied and pasted from the first few.
Yeah.
They could have. And that's what happens in horror when you get giant franchises. Friday the 13th, Halloween do the same thing. Mm-hmm. And this completely flipped it. They gave you a completely different narrative, which that makes me curious on what they're going to do
I
with
think this
one.
is going to revive the Predator franchise the way I think Ridley Scott was trying to do with like Prometheus and Alien Covenant, trying to do that with Alien. I think Shane Black's your guy for the Predator. So
Yeah.
I'm remaining hopefully optimistic
I'm very
about this.
hopeful for it.
And then my last one is I'm actually excited about this movie. I watched the trailer again today just to kind of hammer home the point going, do I like this pick? Yes. A Quiet Place. Directed by John Krasinski. Got John Krasinski with Emily Blunt.
Oh,
I mean,
it's
whenever you have to use a lack of sound to tell a story, you've got to be creative, and that wins critics over. So even if this movie's not a huge moneymaker, this could make maybe $70 million worldwide. But I think Rotten Tomatoes, it's going to do well.
See?
Honestly, I think it all really hinges and depends on what the look of what these monster things are.
Yeah.
If that just blows dick, like it's
Could be
going to
rough.
take a lot of people out.
See,
But
I agree with you.
Well,
I watched the trailer again yesterday, and I'm like, fuck. I
her
should
having to
pick
be
that movie.
quiet giving birth, I'm like, fuck, that's good.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
great
Yeah.
idea. So, I don't know. I mean, so
really
anyways,
excited about it.
we're going to move on to...
Oh, I want to comment.
Oh, you want to talk about The Quiet Place? a
Yeah,
little bit?
fuck
Okay.
your list, but I'm very excited about this movie.
April.
yeah. Well, like you said too, it's like it's gonna depend. I don't know because Cloverfield, the first movie, made a lot of money, and we never seen what was attacking the city in the trailers.
True.
So maybe that grab. And then also, I don't know if anybody remembers that awful Mark Wahlberg, The Happening.
Oh God, yeah.
And the trailers were so good though.
I never thought they were.
Oh,
I was like,
I did.
I'm not gonna
I-
see this movie.
Yeah,
I
I
know
did.
what should told you that movie was going to be bad.
Mark
Zoe
Wahlberg?
Deschanel.
Or Mark
He's like,
Wahlberg,
okay, we
I
got
don't
Mark
That's what I was
Wahlberg
thinking.
and Zoe
I think the only
Deschanel,
thing
and
recently
they're in
Well,
this
people-
fifth
like-
first
movie.
Ted movie. I was like, eh.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was
well,
good.
people was like killing each other, and then the dude like laid down his lawn and let the lawnmower run him over. I'm like, what in the fuck is going on? Like, it grabbed me and like off the bat. Same
They're
thing
living
with-
in modern times, and they're secluded in a small village, and Bruce Willis is actually dead.
All right. Anyways, we're gonna move on. I don't know what the point is of going over the other ones. You guys just heard the winning list,
No, that
but
was
we'll.
before. That was before.
No, no,
Yeah.
it was no.
Oh, no.
No, did you hear Black Panther, Mulan,
Did you hear
Nutcracker?
Mamma
Avengers?
Mia earlier?
Avengers. Don't get too
Avengers.
excited of their Spider-Man.
Hey, Batman,
Okay,
be
whatever,
Superman fan. You're
Yeah.
lucky you got
Hey,
Avengers,
yeah.
all right? But all right, guys, that was my list. Jake, if you didn't know, I mean,
No animated for you.
no
or
animated,
Dallas?
no animated.
No.
I've got one somewhat horror film. You got one somewhat horror film. Now we're gonna throw it over to the James Eversole Jr. Movie Podcast. That was a plug, shameless plug. All right, so give us your picks 2 through 8. See what you got.
He
Let's,
threw you off.
well, I just want to rip him to shreds real quick.
He
go
threw,
through
he
real
like
quick.
really,
Yeah.
like
You
he
mean
said
trash?
two strides, and you're like, oh,
Worse-
just
worse than you already
words,
on
god
video.
damn it. Like,
So obviously I took Deadpool 2 in the first. The second I took Jurassic World 2.
That'll make money.
Yep.
Simply because it's gonna make money. And
First one broke over $1 billion. This one will make money. Moving on. Rotten
Yeah, and
Tomato
then
score's not
it-
gonna be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first one was 71. So
Not terrible.
that was
Not terrible.
I said not great.
I'd take
Yeah,
that. I'd take that.
Well, it's especially for Jurassic Park. You're coming off Jurassic. You're trying to
Yeah. And who's the
relive.
director in this one? Because it's definitely not Spielberg. I'll
Right.
tell you that.
No, it's definitely not Spielberg.
Is it Colin Trevorrow? He didn't do this, right? did he?
J.A.
No, he did.
Buana.
Okay, he did the first one.
Yes.
Yeah, but I don't think,
Trevor,
actually, I don't
yeah.
think he did this one.
J.A. Buana. That's what
Okay,
he was into.
some unknown guy. Well, let's get on with your picks.
Yeah, he did The Orphanage, The Impossible, and A Monster Calls.
So this
I like
movie's
Monster Calls.
Rotten Tomato score is gonna suck. All right, so what was your third pick?
My third pick, I actually went with Ready Player One.
Good pick.
I absolutely.
I think it's a solid pick. I think it's
what if it gets the same kind of like, views like The Giver? The Giver was like a book, the same thing.
That's actually
but that
not a
movie
bad
fucking
comparison.
sucked and it didn't make shit.
See, I feel Valerian.
That's a
every time I
dice
see this, that's
roll.
exactly.
See,
what
yeah.
Yikes.
That's-
See, I'm
scary.
feeling like these books that
You
kids
got him
wanting to
quaking in
read, but
his
they were
boots
forced
right
to
now.
read back in when they're, and I just don't think I don't feel
Oh,
it.
nobody had to fucking chime in when he's saying his list, man. And chime in
Because
on my
his first four was solid.
Christ, people.
Like his
I can't
first
share
four, like
anything until like pick
Oh,
6.
fucking Adventures of Anything, where this guy is like coasting on a good average. You, on the other hand, is like Ready Player One.
See, I think it has the.
My dog died when I was 12. You want to talk about that too?
James's dog died when he was 12.
It was
Shut
Josh.
up, guys.
I hit it with a
I
car.
killed it with the car.
It's a lot more sinister than that. Believe
Yeah,
me.
Steven Spielberg, yes, he's very hit and miss, but I think this is going to be one of his hits, especially from the trailers, too. I think this is going to grab a lot of people because, like, oh, the Iron Giant, wait a minute, the Joker's in here? Why is King Kong here? I think the interest factor will grab all kinds of
like
different...
Pixels.
How did you miss the fact that you saw Deadpool in that trailer? How did that not get name dropped?
Is he in the trailer?
Holy fuck! Yeah,
Deathstroke.
So can we
I know
trade it? Can we
Deathstroke's
it
in
was
all-
Deadpool.
Can we all go see Deadpool 2 with Ryan Reynolds as opposed to him? Can we trade him?
Yeah, I know.
Can we
It's like
trade
Almost
tickets?
didn't take the movie.
Like,
Missed
yeah,
it.
exactly. Yeah.
Once again, what about Pixels?
Once again, everybody's chiming in shit on James.
What about Pixels? That's all I'm asking.
Wait till we get to
we're gonna
Josh.
anger the yogurt.
That's
Yeah, I
what
know. Wait
everybody-
till we get to Josh.
Fuck this. I'm going on to my
I'm
third
worried
pick.
about mine.
That
I'm
was
looking
your
at
third
mine
pick. What's your
Oh,
fourth
fuck, fourth pick.
I don't want to talk about
He
my
wanted to
stepchildren
erase the
over
third
here.
one.
All right, here we go. We're ready for this shit.
Oh, here
Lord.
comes the real big. We're gonna shit on this one.
Oh.
I'm
Just
scared.
skip it. Just skip
I'm
it.
scared.
It didn't happen.
Dude, he's
All right, guys. So
got performance anxiety right now.
number.
He's breathing
I'm
real
on
heavy,
the
guys.
stage without pants on. Right now. Anyways, I took Bumblebee.
Hey,
I'm gonna take.
It's gonna make money.
No, it's not.
It's gonna make. It's gonna make money. Yes, I'm gonna take a hit. Rotten Tomatoes score on this
Big
one.
time.
What was your 4th round draft pick?
Aquaman. And I have more faith in that than I do Bumblebee.
My 4th round draft pick was Mary Poppins. How does he end up with Bumblebee?
Wait. Was that? Did you pick before him
That's
that
the
round? Or
sneak
I did.
at
before
the
you?
finest right
Okay.
there. That's
But damn. Okay, so you picked Bumblebee.
Yeah,
Is he gonna talk in this movie, or is he gonna
Have the
literally
radio
sound
sound-
bites?
yeah.
Is he just
Who
gonna-
knows? But he's gonna be without Michael Bay.
Is he
and I
gonna
think
be
that's
Forrest
and
Gump
without
little
Megan
sound bites?
Fox, right?
On the
Yep.
run in the year 1987, if that accurate.
And he'll be in a fucking
Description.
yellow Volkswagen, by the way. Let's not forget that. They'll like one of the lamest, not cool cars ever.
And Volkswagen's coming off of this huge lawsuit in the United States.
Oh, man.
Very
You-
non-PC. Why do you hate America, James?
Switch the whole podcast.
Yeah, dude.
James hates America.
This just in, he's got ties to Russia.
just
I was
then,
gonna say,
James
China,
is part of
Deadpool
ISIS.
2 in China.
just to let you know, Hitler helped start Volkswagen. Just to throw that. Okay.
So did you guys get together before we did this and said, "Damn, we're gonna shit all over James in this"?
I'm
house?"
looking at-
There's
He
a
was
secret
distracting
group
you
chat.
next door.
Yeah, I'm looking at James' list and just looking at this modern Mein Kampf and just thinking, Jesus Christ.
Kyle was distracting you next door. We were making the plan,
All right.
texting him, keeping him up to date.
Keep going, Isis Hemingway.
All right. Well, I obviously went there for the money, but
But James is walking out right now. See you. Bye, James.
Later, bud.
I hope this gets a higher.
All right, what's your 5th round pick?
What did I pick?
Was it Bumble? No.
It was Hotel
Oh,
Transylvania.
It was Hotel Transylvania. Hey,
Another Adam Sandler.
This is a
Why
good
did you
time
do
to
that?
talok about what the loser has to do.
Right, yeah,
Okay?
This is where I plug this in.
This
All right.
is-
I still
so
haven't got
Hotel Transylvania, the first one got a 44% on Rotten Tomatoes. Okay. Now Hotel Transylvania 2 went up to 55%.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Looking
So
optimistic.
there's a little increase in that, and then also the big reason why too is the first film made $358 million. And
How much did the second make?
I'm getting to that.
Is this
It
how I
seems like a
sounded?
fool me once type thing.
Yeah.
Is this how I sounded defending Aquaman?
$358 million the first one. The second one made $475 million.
Oh, fool me twice.
So, the both ratings and the money's going up, and I feel like
All
it's
right.
gonna happen with the third one.
Never
too.
know. You never know. What do you got? What else you got?
Jesus Christ! All right, maybe
I
be
can't
a
laugh
little.
at this one. I can't
Just
laugh.
wait until I
Now,
get started. Do you know
what's,
they're going
what's
to
the
transfer?
release on Hotel Transylvania 3? Is that October, I'm assuming?
It should be in October.
Kyle, shut the hell up.
Well, there's not a whole lot going on in October.
Comes
You
around
might make
Easter.
some money.
That's true.
Yeah, Venom. Venom
Yeah,
does.
about Easter.
Comes out the date that's gonna do great. That's the date.
All right, what do you got for number 6?
Number 6 was Creed 2.
All right.
I went with
That's a
yes.
solid.
Yes, I'm kind of sad that Ryan Coogler hasn't come back to direct it, but coming off the success of the first one, a lot of people don't pay attention. The regular movie goers don't pay attention to directors and things like that. They're going to see Michael B. Jordan's coming back, Sylvester Stallone, and now we have Dolph Lundgren coming into it, and Ivan Drago.
Ivan
and
Drago.
supposedly is going to be boxing against his son. I don't think he's going to fight the old man. So
No, he's fighting the stone, yeah.
but yeah, he's going to be fighting his son. So everybody's going to see that like, oh, throwback to the original Rocky movies, and then
Yeah, I mean, I know Ryan Coogler is directing Black Panther, and he's got
kinda
nothing
a
but
little
over
nicer
90% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's a solid.
Your Rotten Tomatoes score is obviously not going to be as good as Black Panther's, but it's going to make some good money. This will make money.
I'd say I hope Black Panther fails, but I don't.
All right, what do you got? What do you got? Number 7.
Number 7, I went with Halloween.
This one, it's
I'm conflicted because I'm a fan of the
I-
franchise, but box
this is
office,
supposed to be the technical second sequel to the original
Yeah,
Halloween, right?
yes.
It's
That's the only thing that's got me going. This might have a chance.
see, and there's so many of the original cast coming back.
The
Producer,
original
yeah.
Michael Myers is coming
Yep.
back.
Yeah, and it's also by Blumhouse, and they are
to argue
averaging
that.
like 70% to 90% on their films and everything. Obviously, it's the same studio that gave you Get Out. They gave you Happy Death Day, which totally, I went into Happy Death Day like
Wasn't horrible.
I not looking forward to this. It's probably gonna be sucking and everything. I actually enjoyed it, so I was really surprised by that. So I think that studio puts a lot of heart into their film and a lot of detail. And yes, it sounds weird that Danny McBride and David Gordon Green is behind it, and they're real known for comedy and everything else. But I think a lot of people, if they pay attention to how much they're into horror and everything else, I think this is in really good hands.
This isn't making a shit ton of money, but it's gonna. I think for its budget, it'll do well.
Oh yeah, with John Carpenter writing it.
Right. So
I
I'm
have no
honestly
worries about it.
as a 7th round pick, I couldn't be mad at that.
Yeah, and like John Carpenter's coming back to do the score. You have Jamie Lee Curtis returning, everything else. So hopefully they see that and they're like, oh, awesome, the original. Throw that to the original.
I can't
so.
shit on that pick. I'm honestly shitting more on your like 3rd through 6th picks.
Honestly,
Somehow, I don't know. how
any
that happened.
separation from the Rob Zombie Halloween movies, I'm not upset about.
No.
Yep.
I'm not a fan of those. I don't need to see Michael Myers as a disturbed child.
Right.
That just takes away
it's
the
less is
creepy
more.
factor. Yeah. It's just there's just some characters I say this all the time and I'm sorry. Some characters I don't need the origin to. I don't need to
you
know
don't.
Joker where he came from.
No.
Wolverine I didn't know need to know where he came from.
That's what-
Bullseye I still don't need to know where he came from.
It
Yeah.
adds to it.
It
Part of
does.
their character,
Well, it's like-
and it's
That's what made John Carpenter sad was that they
Yep.
did Halloween 2 because he's like, I don't want them being brother and sister. I don't want anything like that.
Right.
He's like,
It's hard to
not know
forget
about it.
that too because that actually came later in the series in like Michael Myers 3 I think. Or whatever, like the Curse of Michael Myers, where you find out Jamie Lee Curtis and Michael Myers are supposed to be brother and sister.
Yep.
But yeah, a lot of people forget that wasn't in the original Halloween.
Yep.
So-
So just like there actually wasn't even supposed to be a 2 and 3 and 4
Yeah,
and
right.
all that beyond. But that's kind of like it's kind of like the Joker. I don't need an origin to the Joker. The madness is there.
Right.
That's what makes it more creepy. Like the perfect, obviously that damn film's nearly perfect except Christian Bale's Batman voice. But The Dark Knight, like that scene where
How dare you.
Joker's locked up and he's like. We found no prints on him. We don't know what his name is. All
Right.
we found in
He's
his
got
pockets
no-
was pocket, and there was lint and knives and everything. It's like that's what's creepy about it.
And then to add to this little film history, Halloween, if you don't count Psycho, is considered the first modern slasher to start the slasher film genre. So I think that you've got a chance with this one to do well.
and
So.
still looking back at the original. This is what
Still
gives
amazing.
me so much faith in this movie
Yeah.
because of John Carpenter. That film, I mean, obviously the technology not as great, but
Right.
still excellently shot.
It is.
excellently scripted. It's a simple movie.
It is.
Doesn't get in the way of anything, and it's one of the few movies I would dare to say that I think is perfect.
Every-
one of the very few movies.
Yeah, and everything that the movie Scream talked about, like horror tropes, originated in Halloween.
yeah.
So I'm for this Halloween movie. So all right, what do you got for number 8?
My final pick was Rampage.
All right, well,
He likes them big, folks.
yeah, that's going out with a bang.
Yeah, I went with Rampage because I don't know. I'm kind of divided. Maybe
You think it'll make more money than they paid
The
Dwayne
Rock?
Johnson?
Well, I'm getting to that. I'm getting to that. Maybe I'm going to the Rotten Tomatoes first. Is maybe it'll make over 50%. If it makes over 50%, I'll be very happy.
Jumanji did. Who the fuck saw that film?
Jumanji's- Hey, I'm getting to that.
Sorry.
Anyway, the main reason why obviously I went with it was Dwayne Johnson. I mean, if you look at San Andreas, which I think was a terrible movie, it still made close to $500 million. And then now we go on to Jumanji, which beat Wonder Woman. It beat Justice League.
It beat every comic book movie of 2017.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Dwayne Johnson puts butts in seats.
Yeah, and he revived the Fast and Furious franchise.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Much
I was
to
going to say that
the,
too. From
lament of Tyrese Gibson.
Yeah.
from the point where Dwayne Johnson came into the Fast and the Furious franchise, the money has done nothing but go up.
Oh, yeah, it's
and
insane.
then to the point where he's getting his own spinoff with Jason Statham
Yeah.
now. So, and I guarantee that makes a bunch of money, even though how stupid it sounds.
Yeah.
But the guy brings in money, and I obviously went with Dwayne Johnson, my last pick. You know,
good
I'm
pick.
smelling
Yeah.
what the Rock's cooking, and that's money.
Yeah, that's exactly what's cooking. As you guys can see, a lot of us tried to play the Rotten Tomatoes game for most of the time, and then that's how Rampage ends up being an 8th round pick. But there's no denying that thing's going to be a moneymaker. So, all right, we got Dallas, mine, and James, all of our lists. Now we go over to
Mr. Spider-Verse.
oh God, the black sheep of the family. Let's go over to Josh. Josh.
Batman.
Trying to
Josh,
tell
He's
you
still on
something.
shit mode on me. Right?
tell us about your what you like to call a list.
I thought that we were just picking out movies that we thought that we wanted to go see.
He's the
was
taco
misinformed.
of our draft.
Okay,
All
so
kickers.
you're picking out movies you thought you were going to go see.
Yeah, I
right?
wasn't really going to see these movies.
Okay, I was about to say. All right, so
I
he's
just
actually got a few.
To be honest, I was just picking to be picking.
He's got a few on here that are honestly they're gonna be big. They'll be big
Okay,
movies.
so okay, okay. So second round pick, I picked Incredibles 2.
Son of a bitch.
That's
I
gonna.
read all man.
But okay, by the way, again, we have to emphasize we got the snake draft order, so that's how he ended up with Incredibles 2.
I was really going for this whole thing where I was wanting all the animated movies. That was going to be. I just
why none of us had them.
all kickers.
That's
I
a
was just wanting all kickers.
it's a good way to lose.
But it has Brad Bird written, and he's writing and directing it again, and it has all the same cast plus a few additionals, and it's been
Like
waiting
Mary
for about
Poppins, a
14
very anticipated sequel,
hours. Yeah, and yeah,
long awaited.
maybe hopefully we'll know where his super suit
14
finally
years.
is. Yeah, 14 years.
14
You know,
fucking
it's
years.
nuts. Growing up, you hear like people making fun of you for liking comic books and everything,
Yeah.
and then you hit a certain age where everybody's like, "Oh yeah, Spider-Man's coming out," and this is that same
Yeah,
thing.
same.
Like kids loved it. That middle teenage range, they've all grown up now, and there's gonna be more adults. I feel like
Dude,
in that audience than kids.
I'm gonna say this came out the same year as The Punisher. I was 14. I was like, "Fuck yeah, Punisher murder, Incredibles, fuck yeah, Family Awesome." Like, I don't know, man. It was at that perfect age for that.
What year did the first one come out?
2004.
2004.
Jeez, I was
Yeah.
8.
You fucking.
I was saying,
child.
way to age yourself on the podcast.
We need to start watching our language.
This
around
kid, this
child
kid,
It's past your bedtime.
Yeah, I
Now
know,
it's
I'm getting there.
8:30.
I'm
Jesus,
getting
it's a
there.
school night.
he's just barely old enough to drink legally.
Right.
So, but no, The Incredibles 2 that's a great pick. That should have been your number one, to be honest.
Should've.
Clearly.
I'm really into.
You know, Into the Spider-Verse could have been an easy third round pick.
I think it could have been
Oh,
left
yeah.
on the board.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, I'm telling you, December release, it tells me that Sony's kind of
Your
confident
logic,
in it.
your logic is sound, but not for a first round. I
Yeah.
think was
You
my
know
argument.
what? Okay, so here's the deal. You took fucking Infinity War. He took fucking Black Panther. I mean, I wasn't really too worried about everybody else's, but like everybody took everything else that I thought, and I was like, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was my third round pick.
As you can tell, Josh did his homework. He's like, all right, I know what I'm going for. Avengers and Black Panther. That's my team.
Oh, shit.
That's all I want.
One, two.
To be honest, I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. I did not pay attention to the chat at all. You sent an email to everybody about the movies. I was just like, I don't give a shit. Like, just,
He showed up. That's all he did.
I was like, I'll show exactly.
Showed
I was like, I'll just show up.
what he
That's what I'll
does.
do. Okay.
I mean, we weren't complaining.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to bitch that you.
I got
Yeah.
solo because of that.
Yeah.
You're so welcome for that.
I think it's
I
going
hope
to
that
do better
you-
than
He's
Spider-Man.
not a Star Wars fan, so he'll.
I don't give a shit about Star Wars.
Yeah, I don't
The only thing that
understand
makes
it,
me
but-
sad about you getting that is it's like
Why do you have
Donald
him in
Glover.
here?
I don't know. I needed a fifth.
Like the fifth, yeah. He was the one that you was like, I need a fifth. You're like, Josh, what am I gonna do? I need a fifth, and I was like, try
I
Dallas.
wasn't that frantic. All right, what else
The door
you
was
got?
Yeah, he
locked.
was.
Dallas was here. That's all that happened.
Yeah.
Basically,
Okay,
I walked in. He's like, "Hey, I know you.
Hey, kid on the curb. Come
I
here.
know you. Come here. You like comics? Come here."
All right, what else you got?
Third round was the Grinch.
Let's just move
I
on.
can't-
Let's just quit ragging
yeah,
on. Let's just
I
get
know.
through it.
I know.
No, that
I
was
can't kill that one.
That was the best one that I picked because I did absolutely no research on that one.
Yeah, that
You're,
was.
you're gonna
And
get nostalgic
no, wait,
parents and
I just want to
kids.
tell you guys all this stuff so you
You
guys
said-
got more ammo for
Didn't
me.
you say
Hype it
no
up.
after
Hype it
you
up.
picked
Pull a
it?
Jake.
It's,
Okay.
No,
Okay.
don't hype it up. Let's move
Here's
on.
the deal. No, I'm gonna tell you guys because I want you guys to hear this shit
45
after I looked it
viewers.
up. Okay?
Shit's more insane than Cat in the Hat.
No. I'm talking down on this.
I don't need you to talk down on it. Your pick
gotta hype
talks
it
down
up.
on itself. Like, we all know.
It's the Grinch. Everybody loves the Grinch, and Benedict Cumberbatch is talking for the Grinch. Danny Elfman's on the music, and I was like, oh, and it comes out in like November, and I'm like,
Danny
yeah.
Elfman,
So
that's
he's gonna
actually
kill the
kind of
soundtrack,
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could be
I
the
thought
next
you were
Nightmare
talking
Before
it
Christmas.
down.
Oh no, I'm going to talk it down once I start talking
I
about
was
the
waiting
directors
for
and the
this.
writers.
Okay.
The directors never directed anything. They just worked in animation and one co-directed Secret Life of Pets. That's it.
So much like the way Dallas was locked in here and became the fifth, there was a director late at night
Yeah.
working at his desk, and they're like, Grinch? Yeah?
We've got all the animatics. We've got the story. We got Danny fucking Elfman. We have no director.
They
And the
didn't even
guy,
hand him a script. They're like, "We got a movie. We
Yeah.
can't tell you anything about it. Just sign this."
Hey,
the
sound
guy-
mixer guy over there. You want to be a director?
Get that best boy that was. Yeah, I didn't even.
Yeah. Dolly Grip.
and the guys who wrote the screenplay, they wrote Bubble Boy, Despicable Me, Dude, Where's My Car, and The Lorax.
Oh, God.
You notice how he has his computer pulled away from
Yeah,
him?
I
So
know.
you can
Yeah.
judge him before
Yeah.
he can make his argument.
He really wants. He's being a little theatrical about
He
it.
is.
He's like, hey,
He's
let me,
getting into it, moving his hands.
yeah,
and
let me
doing
announce
gestures.
my shit pick for you.
Yeah, I'm just.
All right, let's move on. What do you got? What else? What do we-
Mowgli.
That's not going to be a bad pick.
no.
You got
I picked it. I thought it has a solid cast.
It does.
And
Andy Serkis.
Yeah, and I'm pretty pumped about it.
And I think this movie is actually going out of its way to differentiate itself from
The only thing
Jungle
I don't
Book.
like the only thing I don't like about it is the release date. That tells me that its release date is in October. I just don't know why I feel it's not a good month for a movie unless it's a scary
that's
movie.
October's such a
But you
tough
know what?
month.
People used to say
Yeah.
things about February. Then Deadpool came out. Now everyone's like, February's a money-making fucking machine. So you never know. I mean, Black Panther is now a February release. So
Okay.
True.
just takes the one.
What number am I on?
You're on number 5.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. good
Number
with
5
numbers.
was A Wrinkle in Time.
That's gonna make fucking money. Whether it's good or not, it's gonna make money.
Let's be
Why did you
honest.
not pick those before the other?
Okay,
don't
but here's
understand
the deal. Here's the deal.
we
He's selling it to us, not the viewers.
we left him like good pickings in the later drafts.
That's bullshit.
We're just like,
Take
we're like,
it,
a
dude. We
wrin-
don't want it. Take
We
it.
served it up on a platter, like, dude, A Wrinkle in Time. Here it is. Just
Yeah, but I don't know about this movie now. I'm thinking about it.
it's got Oprah.
Yeah.
It has Oprah. Like just it's good for a made-for-TV movie.
Every stay-at-home mom with 3
But then I got
toddlers
Zach
is gonna go see this fucking
Galifianakis.
movie.
I got Zach Galifianakis, Chris Pine, Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Name one of the Chris Pine, Reese Witherspoon movies that did really well.
They only have like one movie together. It was like that
Slim
war
Hollow
movie.
Man?
No, they have
No,
two.
The Spies or whatever.
There's a spy movie
Yeah,
with Tom
the
Hardy.
war movie
And then
was-
there's that one where they're like brother and sister, but she has the hots for him. And she doesn't know that they're brother and sister.
That's disgusting. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But the director's
Going
got
down
me
a dark
what's
road.
got me
You know, it's
excited.
weird
is
that
the
he
road
would
we
bring
don't
that
wanna
up.
travel.
It's weird he'd bring that up because like the last time we were talking about like Wanda and Pietro, he just had to bring up the incest shit in the Ultimates. Whatever it is, he gravitates towards like brothers and sisters fucking each other.
Seems like a pattern.
I guess we are traveling down this dark road.
Yeah,
we
we did,
decided
we did.
not to. We veered from it, but
I'd
you
be
guys
really
go for it.
interested to see what happens.
We
Like
saw
an
the
ink
map.
blot
We were
test
like,
with you.
another destination. We're
That's
turning.
a brother and sister
There's
fucking. Right
construction
Yeah, I
on this
know.
road.
That's what you see? Yeah.
A Rorschach test with him would be
Fucking
very
mad.
telling.
That's why I like Watchmen so much.
Yeah, I know.
It's his mask. I constantly just
That's
see
what
brothers
you
and sisters fucking. Apparently.
Yeah, he just fast forwards every Rorschach scene.
Yeah. The director's what got me excited about that movie, though.
Sure.
She directed Selma.
Oh shit! Well, that's how they got Oprah. So okay.
Yeah.
All right, what else you got?
Okay. Alita,
Alita Battle Angel.
Battle Angel.
The next Roth and James Cameron produced movie. That looks.
I picked it mostly because the screenplay is written by James Cameron.
Yeah.
The cast is decent, and that's kind of the reason why I went with that.
The only thing that makes me hesitant on that one is just seeing how Ghost in the Shell did here. You know,
Yeah.
that's about it. Other than that, if a Ghost in the Shell hadn't come out, I'd look at this Alita Battle Angel and go, "Holy fuck! Like this is gonna be a hit."
And then the next pick was
Ghost in the Shell.
The Girl in the Spiderweb.
Again, another one I think is actually going to do well. You look
I
at
know.
a girl with the dragon tattoo. And
Director.
I don't know.
it's being
You lost
directed-
Daniel Craig and you lost.
Yeah, but the
We
guy who
talked about
directed
this. It
and-
already had a series that came out, done and
The-
dusted.
before that, yeah.
Yeah,
But that was like
it's
straight
already
to
been done.
Netflix shit, right?
Yeah.
And
this
you've
is-
got
It was a foreign movie.
yeah another one though that's a book. You're gonna have to
It
rely
wasn't
on
rem-
this or
like
that.
yeah. But here's the thing though.
Who's
This
the
is what
director?
gets me. The director is Fede Alvarez, the guy who directed Evil Dead.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Yeah.
the new one?
Yeah, the
new
new
Evil
one.
Dead was good.
Yeah,
it was
And he directed
really
something
good.
else recently, and I can't remember what it is.
I don't know. But anyway.
Can't remember. It was good though, whatever it was. Yeah, there's not a whole lot about that movie. It just for some reason it just stuck out to me.
But
Not
The-
this and that pick.
No, me either.
I wanted
Yeah.
to pick that movie.
I'm
so-
excited.
hit book series like this, they have a following. I mean, look at the fucking 50 Shades movies. You know, I
Yep.
mean,
And my last pick,
He did Don't Breathe.
yeah, Don't Breathe. That's
Excellent.
the
Oh,
reason
okay.
why I picked it.
Excellent
Yeah, because
movie.
Don't Breathe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not bad.
Got some great scores. So I feel really confident about that movie.
You hyped me up for this movie. I didn't
Yeah.
know some of these things, so I might help out your box
This-
office totals.
Maybe.
I'm actually boycotting all of your movies.
Avengers: Infinity War. You're not going?
I'm gonna see it for
wait for
free
DVD.
somehow.
Okay.
And the last pick is The Little Stranger.
Stranger,
Fuck is
right?
that?
The Little Stranger. It's based off of a book. I don't know anything really about it. I didn't really do any research on it. Like I said, I went with it
You throw a
because
dart at the board?
yes, that's all I've been doing with all these picks. I don't know what the
That
like,
explains
in my
it.
head. I was like Spider-Man into Spider-Verse, and that's it. Like it's like I wasn't thinking. The Little Stranger though, it has Dom Hall Gleason in it.
Domo Gleason, yes.
Thank you for correcting me.
Welcome.
Like you
General
always do.
Hux.
But what really got me was it was directed by Lenny Abrahamson, who directed The Room or directed Room. which is an Oscar-winning
yeah.
movie. And then it was written by Lucinda Coxon, who wrote The Danish Girl.
Okay, that's
another
good
Oscar.
credentials.
Yeah,
It's
that
not
sounds
going to make a
solid.
lot of money, but honestly, you've got more movies that I remember that I just now remembering that will probably really have good Rotten Tomato scores.
Yeah, I think your bottom 4, your top like Rotten Tomatoes, like I think,
Oh yeah,
So you mean it's a lot like his, only but my bottom 4.
or the better. Yeah,
Like-
So what you're saying is Jake's top on bottom.
Fair enough.
we're going
not
there
even
again.
power bottom, but yeah. Like my top 4 are huge moneymakers. Your top 4 are like that's what you're relying on for your Rotten Tomatoes. I'll tell you what, you're not relying on the Grinch.
Oh god.
You never know.
No, I know.
You never know.
It ain't the Nutcracker.
Hey, you remember that movie, The Lorax, and how much people talked about it?
I know,
after it
that was
came
like the
out?
one thing that made me like go like shit,
Yeah.
Lorax. Like instantly right after I picked it, I was like, fuck the Lorax. Like
Remember how many people were just like
But nobody
raving
cared about the
that movie?
Lorax. Like, if you were a kid and you're sitting
Here's
here
the
like, my
thing.
favorite Dr. Seuss book was the Lorax, and I instantly just wanted to fuck
They
you
already
up.
did The Grinch, and it had Jim Carrey. There's no topping that. You know, it's just why this movie's
Yeah, but did
needless.
you know that movie didn't do so well on Rotten Tomatoes?
It did well for me. I lost my virginity to that movie. True story. Sorry, Lex.
Welcome to Whoville.
if you take anything from
He's
this episode,
really-
it's that
Yeah,
right
He's
exactly.
really into Green and Fuzzy. Just remember
Damn it!
that.
Now
It was
I
just
watched
like-
that movie the same.
Lexi, remember that Green and Fuzzy.
Yes. Well, she knows. You-
So for you, it's Grinch who stole your virginity.
yes. Yes. The Grinch who stole virginities.
Yeah.
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 Most
What
of
we,
Jim
what
Carrey.
we all don't know is Jake raped a girl that night. While I was playing
wow.
with my girl.
Wow.
We're getting deep.
Wow.
We're getting
Wow.
deep.
Wow.
Went from
wow.
incest to
He did
rape.
not have consent. She was intoxicated.
We were both virgins at the time. We definitely both had consent.
Or you?
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Which
She was a hooker. She told me she was a virgin though.
I love the fact that say you raped somebody where it's like
Yeah.
got real quiet.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm a celebrity. Like, you can't just be saying that shit. Next thing I
Can't
know,
throw
I'm being
accusations.
replaced by Christopher Plummer, you know?
Netflix show gone. Gone. He had it lined
Yeah,
up.
dude.
It just ruined his future.
My next special's fucked. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Lost another couple
Hey
viewers.
guys,
But
let's
keep
stop
going.
talking. I'm gonna edit out the rapist thing and like act
Yeah,
like
we'll
it
just
never
keep that
happened.
shit.
So
That's fair.
Okay.
Well, act like your rape never happened.
Yes, so Josh, you have. That's what I did. All right. All right, so that's Josh's bullshit. Now we're gonna go on to
Lots
the
of bullshit.
Yeah, lots of bullshit. I
Say the
whatever.
best for last.
No, you- I was gonna say
Enjoy your
usually.
Tomb Raider, which horrible game movies.
Stop talking shit, dude.
Aquaman and your fucking nun.
Grinch, Girl in the
I will
Spider
admit that
Web, like.
Aquaman might make more than half of your list.
Ooh.
Then
Side
half
bet.
my fucking
Side
list.
bet. Side bet.
Side bet. We'll talk about it.
Oh, we'll talk about it. You think that Aquaman's gonna make more than half of my list?
Not half. Probably 4.
I have The Incredibles on my list, you motherfucker.
I didn't say the
That's
Incredibles.
it though. That is
You said
all
half my list.
I know, but I didn't specifically.
You didn't say. You didn't.
Incredibles.
Hey guys. Guido, I'm hitting the fucking
That's why I said
gavel
later.
here.
Later.
Yeah, well,
We gotta
we'll
finish the list.
discuss side bets later. All right, Kyle, done, sir.
All right.
Bring up the caboose here. Be strong.
Usually we save the best for last. However, yeah, not in this case. Second round, I took Ant-Man and Wasp.
That's a solid pick.
I saw a
Solid,
solid
yeah.
Marvel investment,
Yeah.
and I think it'll pay
I
dividends.
have an ant farm at home.
You can't go wrong with Marvel.
The thing is, Ant-Man, the first one's such a surprise hit. People are coming out to see this one for sure.
Yeah,
So.
and I went a little PC on that one too because you get the Wasp. I thought that
Very
was out of
first
the park.
woman to have her name in a title
Yep.
of a Marvel movie. So
Yeah, it's a
I'm
big
hoping
step.
for good
It's-
things, both money and Rotten Tomatoes. There.
yeah,
What?
Take it
$500 million.
taking a break
man.
from the action.
Round 3, went with my heart on this one
Give
too,
us
just because I love the first one. I'm hoping for great things because we waited for so long. I went with Super Troopers 2. That's a tough one to get behind. The Rotten Tomato score is going to be atrocious.
I don't think that's making much money either.
I
dude.
hope it
I
does,
don't,
though. I
but
really hope it
I'm
does.
super excited for that one.
I am too.
That was
I-
the sequel I didn't ever see coming, and then when they saw like the teasers, I was
Yeah.
like, you know what? I can get behind this.
Yeah.
I don't think this movie's doing well for you. I'm sorry. As far as playing this game,
You're dissing on me for my third
oh
round
my
pick.
God, box office for the first one was $23 million.
It's one of
However,
those.
that was like cult movie.
It was,
back
but
to
even
that.
if Super Troopers 2 doubles what the first one made, it's
only
still not
40.
making what the Grinch will make. You
It's
know?
probably true.
So-
No, it
It's probably true. Like I said,
Unfortunate.
this is Team Heartbreak over here.
It
I
is.
I know little to nothing about these movies. I went purely from the hip for the most part. Pick 4.
I'm ready to play some Led Zeppelin for you. Go away, heartbreaker.
Pick 4 was Wreck-It Ralph 2.
There you go.
I think much like
Much to his chagrin, you got that one because he was like, "Oh, I'm trying to beef up the animated."
What was the animated one you took? That was
Incredibles.
Was Incredibles 2? Yeah, long awaited. Probably gonna kill it.
Yeah, but how much money? Look how much money it made.
471.
Whoa.
And I mean, its only real competition is gonna be Aquaman.
It has
so-
87. The first one had 87%.
Yeah.
And as
On
much
Rotten
as I want to
Tomatoes.
joke about that, if you legitimately look at Justice League and Coco, that like the
Oh, I know.
Coco killed it that opening
Trust.
weekend.
Trust, I know.
Yeah,
All right.
I
it'll be
trust in the
good.
animated money and the Rotten Tomatoes score.
Right.
Oh,
Plus, you got
um,
John C. Riley voicing Ralph again, and I think that's a good pick.
Yeah. Pick 5. This is my start where I'm rolling some dice here, even bigger. Is Venom.
This is your start?
Yeah.
You picked Super Troopers too.
That was from the heart.
From the heart. Yeah, Venom. That's a.
I knew what I was getting into with Super Troopers too.
Yeah, I think I even called you Tom Cruise risky business on that one.
Yeah, Venom's a tough one.
Venom feels to me like it could step outside of it's the comfort zone for many in the comic book movies, much like Logan did for a few. I think Venom has a chance, but then again, there's that flip side too.
I'm
Where
calling blasphemy. I can't believe you're going to put this in the same vein as Logan.
no,
Did you see that first trailer with Johnny Cash is hurt?
God,
Come on, dude. Still the best trailer of the whole year.
I'm always hopeful.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Pick 6, Mortal Engines, Peter Jackson's latest and greatest. I really like what I saw from the trailer. I saw it a few times actually, and anything that looks original and unique and well done with money behind it and casting and Peter Jackson.
Peter Jackson's Return of the King with 13 Oscars. Yeah, I
yeah.
wouldn't be mad about that. And King Kong. Like, fuck yeah, dude. I'm all on board for Mortal Engines.
Pick 7, Red Sparrow. Know very little about this movie, but I thought the casting and the story really jumped out to me. Anything with kind of the spy thriller is a tough one to get behind Rotten Tomatoes score-wise, I believe. But I think with a strong female role here, we may see it kind of break some boundaries there as well with the Rotten Tomatoes score.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you're going to have a lot of critics going, this is the Black Widow movie we
Right.
should have gotten. And no, I think, I don't know. Passengers didn't do all that well, but I want to be careful with the sound.
This isn't Passengers. Don't show me that.
But Passengers didn't do all that well. But the thing is, let's be honest, outside of Guardians of the Galaxy and
That was a Chris Pratt movie.
and Jurassic World, Chris Pratt really doesn't have a whole lot of gravitas as far as audience appeal. Like Jurassic World wasn't coasting on Pratt; that was just Jurassic Park. But anything that Pratt's really done outside of Guardians, it's not done so well. So with Jennifer Lawrence leading this one, I don't know. Mother didn't do hot, but
Right. Again,
Well-
that story though
I was-
was
Yeah, what I was gonna say was like I'm really interested in this one too because it doesn't seem like a normal role for Jennifer Lawrence. So that's what's got me interested. It's like I didn't picture her in that type of role.
It seemed like a little more mature role with a little more. She's gonna have to.
it's a great trailer.
Yeah, she's gonna have to be a little more capable.
Last time she had a mature role was Joy, and it had 59%.
You know, for a seventh
Mother.
round pick, I'd almost.
Yeah,
take
I'm gonna go with
59%.
Joy.
Did she get nominated for an Oscar?
She did
for
get
it?
nominated for it, but still had 59%.
Seventh round, I'll take 59%.
We're not going by Oscar nominations.
I'll take 59%
Well,
in round
it's
seven.
a seventh round pick. No, there was really slim pickings at this point.
really
so.
was.
was.
The last pick was recommended to me. It came highly recommended from one person. Was
Me?
Robin Hood. No.
Oh,
No.
who was it?
It was a friend of mine.
Oh, okay. You should.
You
very
should
good
stop
friend.
being friends with that.
Yeah, you should probably kick that person.
Now I'm gonna also throw her under the bus here and say that I sent her a picture of the list while all the movies were still on the board. Okay, so I don't
man.
know where Robin Hood came
Oh.
from, but I took it anyway. All right, went from the
Well,
heart.
actually, you know what's funny? This kid, what's his name?
Taron?
Taron Egerton. He was Kingsman blew up, right? Kingsman
2 was good, ferociously bad.
It was not good, but he also did that Eddie the Eagle, which
Yep.
was
I love
really
that
well
movie.
regarded.
Yep.
So I'd say he's got a solid batting record as of now, our batting average, and who knows? This movie could be an Eddie the Eagle type deal. We've seen Robin Hood movies do well. We've seen them fail. We know nothing about this movie yet, other than
Right.
casting, and
that's why I kind of liked it.
Yeah.
Shot in the dark.
it's
Eighth
definitely a
round.
shot in the dark. And I'm a sucker for Robin Hood, dude. Like
I am too.
That's
And
just
it's actually got a decent cast. I mean, you got
Yeah.
Ben Mendelsohn.
Oh, shit,
is
dude.
actually in it. Jamie Foxx is in it, and then you got Taron Egerton. And then you got the dumbass from Jamie Dornan from 50 Shades of Grey.
Who's the director?
Otto Bathurst.
Otto Bathurst.
Yeah,
he
he
did.
Yeah, he did Peaky Blinders and Black
Oh,
Mirror.
fuck
Oh,
me. Oh, I
shit.
like this
Okay.
pick. Yes.
But see, the thing is, though, is this is his first actual
Like
theatrical
movie.
movie.
Yeah, but he was involved with Peaky Blinders and Black Mirror. I kind of
Holy
curious about
shit.
what episode of Black Mirror, but those are two phenomenal.
Which one did
Fuck
you
more
hate?
and more. I should have
Huh?
listened to
Which
this.
one did you hate?
Which
He
I-
did
that one.
He,
Oh, I was gonna
directed, he directed the national anthem episode,
Oh shit! That's the
All
first
right.
episode, right?
and he directed the first 3 episodes of Peaky Blinders.
All right. So I honestly now.
That's my dark horse, man.
Yeah, that actually should have been a pick we all did a little more research on.
It easily
So-
could be like a more gritty, realistic because it's a current time Robin
Right.
Hood. So it could work.
But we also saw what happened in Dark Tower. So
Okay,
That's
but
fair.
wait a minute. The guy
enough.
who wrote it,
oh, he did
Uh-oh.
that. He did
This
that.
smile on Josh's face.
King
tells me
Arthur.
everything
he's
I
only
need to
wrote
know.
4 other movies, and the first one was Awake, and then King Arthur,
Ew.
a Legend of the Sword, and then he's supposed to be announced to write
No,
for Flashpoint.
that's not true. The Flashpoint thing is.
Whatever.
Even if it is true, it'll probably
Whatever.
change in a couple
DC.
weeks.
Yeah,
But
it doesn't matter.
He's known for producing Edge of Tomorrow, and,
Which is badass.
Yeah, I like that.
Underground. Yeah.
All
All
right.
right,
See what he
actually get a
does.
sequel.
See what he does.
All right, so
Maybe
Kyle-
he came to his senses after King Arthur.
Well,
you know.
that movie was just weird. You can't really mesh
It was-
Guy Ritchie style with
Oh, wait,
I normally
Camelot,
love
you
Guy
know?
Ritchie. That's why
Like
I
Yeah.
the
talk about
tone
that
was
movie.
great all the way through until the fucking CGI video game thing in the end. I'm like,
Are you talking about Wonder Woman?
No, I'm talking about King Arthur.
Oh, Justice League?
Awake wasn't that bad of a movie.
I fell for it.
He wrote and directed Awake.
No, I remember that was Jessica Alba and Hayden Christensen.
It was not a bad movie.
That one kind of fucked me up. I was like, after that, I was kind of afraid.
I didn't
going
want to get
on to-
surgery ever
Yeah,
again.
same here.
Yeah.
You just do it.
I never
I'll stay
wanted to
awake,
date
Doc.
women after that.
And then James over here is like, I
was
went
gone,
through surgery
girlfriend,
and I
man.
get to see Deadpool 2.
All right, so can you check? Can we look at what's left on the board here real quick? Let's just kind of list off the things that didn't get announced. And guys, anybody who's listened this far, we really appreciate it. But if you think that we fucked up as far as leaving any of these on the going undrafted, let us know. Annihilation. This is one I was actually really wanting to draft.
Me too.
Until I heard about the whole thing. It's going
It's
to
actually, like,
Netflix.
my top anticipated movies of 2018.
It was, yeah. Now I'm a little nervous. We got the Slender Man, the Happy Time Murders, Sicario 2 remained undrafted.
I'm shocked there.
Oh,
Well,
hard.
you know, with Denny Villeneuve not directing this one, and the guy who's directing it now, you're not getting Emily Blunt back. It's got me nervous. The Purge 4, don't think there's a huge surprise there. Captive State, Ocean's 8
That's
went
the one for
undrafted.
me.
I think that's one of the bigger surprises
Yeah.
that we all talked about afterwards.
I think this year that might be one that a lot of us are kind of wondering why didn't we draft this? The Meg, no surprise that no one drafted it, but I'm sure as shit seeing this movie.
Hey, it could possibly make money overseas because, like I said, they're into that.
I'm seeing.
Monster.
I'm
Will
into
it
this.
make more than Super Troopers 2 is all I'm asking.
Yes, it'll make more than Super Troopers 2. I'm almost positive.
I have a funny feeling Goosebumps is going to make more than-
Goosebumps Horrorland, actually.
I
The first,
almost picked that one.
the
'cause
first one, it's got decent Rotten Tomatoes score
It
and a
does.
decent return.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised to see it up here. The Strangers Pray at Night, another one, another 2004 release, I believe. Maybe it's 2008.
Early.
I think it's
think
2008.
It's been a minute, yeah.
Yeah,
regardless.
but another long anticipated sequel. But again,
Oh, yeah. Horror just
the
doesn't
horror
pull it in for the
sequels are
most
tough
part.
ones to
It
pull
is.
off. And then Death Wish.
Sorry, Bruce.
So those are the ones that remained undrafted. Guys, let us know if any of us are idiots for having picked the Grinch over Ocean's 8 or something. You know, so. But guys, is
Or
anybody else?
fucking Mamma Mia!
Are you for
I think
real?
Mama
I don't know,
might
man.
make more.
The Nun?
Mamma Mia
the
bringing in
Nun,
like
last
pick,
800
I'm-
million.
But yeah, Mamma Mia's making money for
Yeah.
goddamn sure, dude. There's no debate in that one. Look at this, Goosebumps, 76% on Rotten Tomatoes.
That's pretty solid.
And
That was my joke on going into it. That and Mamma Mia, and I was like about to pick them last 2 rounds, and I was like, I can't.
Mamma
betray
Mia
the Nun.
is gonna do very well.
well.
There's just no getting around it, man. Musicals like this, I have a big. I mean, its RT score for the first one's not good, but it made a shit ton of money. So.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, guys. Anybody have anything else that they'd like to add to today's podcast, or tonight's, I should say?
You guys are fucking down. How about that?
I don't know, dude. I think we tore your list of
You
friends more
didn't
than
sound very
Josh's.
confident, man.
I was honestly surprised at how much we shat on your list. Like,
Yeah,
we
no
William
shit.
Shatnered your list.
Hey, but fucking coyotes. Everybody turned towards me. I'm like, what the fuck? This comes
Hey,
from?
Started off
dude.
strong. Deadpool 2, we were like, okay.
I was-
I was
yeah.
deflecting away from my list. That's all I was doing.
And then what was your second pick that we heard? What was your second pick?
Jurassic
Again?
World 2.
What was your third? Hurry up.
I don't know.
He closed all his tabs.
I
Right?
closed
I was gonna
Right.
say, his third
gotta
pick
make
is
a
when we
lot.
all smelled blood in the water, dude. Like this whole podcast pretty much was the Meg when you were talking about your list. But
I know my fourth, you guys shit all over. Was,
Bumblebee, yeah, that.
yeah. Oh, it was Ready Player One.
Yeah, you might.
Yeah.
Well, with Bumblebee, you might as well have thrown Chum straight on the Great White's boner. Just like,
And then I said Hotel Transylvania, and you guys went.
That's
Oh,
those
yeah.
two picks, and then
Yeah.
we went to Creed
Yeah.
2, and we were like, okay.
that was the
solid.
kill shot. Was that one? But all right, guys, I think that might be all we have for you. Don't forget to check out the James Eversole Jr. Movie Podcast on YouTube. Go over there, subscribe, check out all the stuff they've got. I think you've got 2 episodes up now.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
That time 3 up.
Working on your third. I know me and Josh are going to be over with James this Sunday reviewing a spoiler review, right, with Black Panther.
Review and spoiler talk.
All right, and then of course, guys, like, share, comment, and most of all, subscribe to this channel for all the good new content we're putting out. We'll all reconvene at the end of this year after all the movies come out. We've seen what they've done monetarily and what their Rotten Tomatoes scores are, and we can announce a winner. And I can get my $5 off of Dallas for Aquaman not hitting
And then I'll
$400
just
million.
get the giant pool, because I'll win it all. I'm not
Oh,
worried.
sure, yeah, why not? But guys, we really appreciate you listening. Thanks so much. Take care. Until next time.
Fantasy!